I mean, listen, you guys know I do the Habs games on TSN, and it's been an unbelievable time with this team, and it's tremendous theater. Well, listen, all the Canadian teams always give you theater, but the Habs season is unbelievable, and I think the best way I could describe them right now, in my mind, as far like I think they're going to make the playoffs, but they are not the team that we saw in the first 2 weeks. Mm-mm. And they're better than this. They're somewhere in between that. And I think it'll be good enough for fourth in the division at the end of the year. I think I'd be a little more trouble if I was Calgary right now, because the group's been together a while now, and I don't know. Like, I think, like a lot of people, I expected them to be pretty good this year. And there are some signs there that go beyond a slump in my mind.
Yeah. And Pierre, I don't know what you think, and Jamie's not going to agree with me. Carey Price, we can all agree that he hasn't played up to snuff.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to disagree.
But my second point of it is he is the key to the whole operation. If he could get back, and I'm not talking about MVP Vezina Carey Price, but just real good Carey Price. Mm-hmm. We saw that game in Toronto, the first game I believe it was, where big save Dave. It's amazing what the team looks like and how positive the video is when the goaltender's playing really well. It was like, wow, look how engaged Calgary is defensively. Maybe no, they're not. Maybe the goaltender is just good and making saves, and it's amazing the positivity of the clips that come out of it. But when the goaltender stinks, it's like the body language goes down. Everybody looks terrible on the video. So if Carey Price could just rein it in and be real good, Carey Price, I think that's the A1 most important thing in Montreal.
No question. And with all due respect to Big Save Dave in Calgary, he's not Carey Price.
No.
He has not been the goalie that has been the goalie for this country for the past dozen years. You had Sidney Crosby at center, Carey Price in goal. Those are your Canadian stalwarts, right? You think Olympics and everything. So to see him struggle to this degree right now is difficult to watch. And it's interesting when I talk to people from other organizations over the last 48 hours, it is amazing the respect that he has from other players and coaches and executives. They want him to snap out of this. He is beloved. No one likes watching this, right? Like even Leaf fans, he's the one guy on the Habs that Leaf fans don't hate. You see that on Twitter. He's Carey Price. You know, he won Canada Gold in Sochi. So it's difficult to watch because it's not just a slump right now. I know I do a lot of their games, and he's had ups and downs. Noodles will tell you the last few years, but he snaps out of it. He works with goalie coach Stefan Wade. He put a .936 in the bubble last summer. He was the best goalie in the playoffs, not named Andrei Vasilevsky. But this is not just a couple weeks here. He has struggled from the start of the year. And so they do have to figure this out. I think they will, but I can't guarantee that. I don't know enough about goaltending. That's Noodle's department. And if they don't figure it out, it doesn't really matter what happens with the rest of the team.
Well, and they're going to go to Jake Allen too. Like that's a softer landing than a traditional backup. Like we are seeing.
Oh, for sure.
Like that's when you look at it. Take the Flames Leaf segment here the last couple games where Markstrom's out. It wasn't a big drop-off. Riddick was an all-star 18 months ago, and he played like it. Like, that's what you need you need good goaltending on nights where maybe your team isn't going or you're not getting good looks or whatever. Like, I thought this second game between the Leafs and Calgary was more like both teams played pretty systematically strong. Like, I thought the Leafs played really well defensively,
I thought they played well.
Too.
Yeah, I thought they played well.
So I look at it. Carey Price's game, has to be 100 times better. We know that. Montreal's game has to be 100 times better. But you're right. If you don't get goaltending, goaltending masks so much. Man. It masks so much. But if you don't have it, that's where the teams are like, man, we're in trouble. I looked at Edmonton at the start of the season. I'm like, yeah, you got McDavid and Draisaitl. You've got some more depth. I like Yamamoto. RNH is there. You got. But who was going to stop the puck? Koskinen
Right.
had a really good statistical year last year, but he played half the games. I was concerned about Mike Smith. All of a sudden, Mike Smith looks like Mike Smith of 28 years old, not 38, 39,